Today is January 2nd, 2025. Happy New Year! So today we'll be talking about December, what happened in December, and little summary of 2024. Let's wrap around the last year and check like what I have done. And so I think 2 days ago I posted Happy New Year post on Instagram, and it is a picture of all designs that I made and published during 2024. So 4 of them, so it's a total of 6, and 4 of them are for publication. One in the beginning of the year was a big wrap, Carolina wrap for Knitting Fever website and company, and then later in the summer we have 2 publications. One was a lacy and short skirt in a Crochet Foundry July issue, and then it was shawl. What is the name? Oh my gosh. In Tender magazine, and Ocean Waves shawl. Sorry. And then in fall was a cowl, and the name was a cowl, Dancing Stripes cowl. It was for Knit Peaks yarn company. And then I did little thing, it's a cutlery pouch. It was published during a Yarns Gaming event, but it's still you can always find it on Ravelry and blog posts and so on. And the last one, Lightning Strike shawl, so it just a self-published pattern. It was just before big events like Indie Gift Along and Fasten Off Yarn Along. So 6 patterns went out, and yeah, happy that it's happened and how they turn out. And so pretty good year, I think. And also, as usual, I not only design during the year, I also do different projects. Some of to donate, some to we do every year a yarn bomb in town, so it's several small things went to this, and also a couple things what I didn't finish, but my plan is for this year to do. I made last year several blocks in different knit and purl stitch patterns, and end result should be a blanket. So I need to think how I will connect them, and so it will be at some point a blanket. But all the blocks are finished and waiting, just waiting for me to connect them. So basically it was made last year, but the publication will be coming this year. I think tomorrow, if no delay, will be a rolling wave skirt will come in Crochet Foundry January issue. So I don't have a sample, but I can show you my swatch for the skirt. So this is you can see it's a small version of a skirt, but yeah, kind of a skirt. But this is how you find it in a picture. So that is my design. So it has 3 colors. Main colors here is gray. I think it's flint, if I don't remember. No, I don't remember it exactly. But anyway, the skirt is made in worsted weight yarn, and exact sample was made in Cascade yarn 220 superwash merino. So this is one of the colors. So, and the skirt is made sideways, so you work this way, but will be wearing your skirt this way. And it's kind of like a A-line silhouette to create this increasing on a bottom and decreasing, visually decreasing on a top. I added short row sections between wave stitch patterns. So this design is a part of again of Crochet Foundry magazine January issue. Yeah, I think it should come tomorrow live, but we had some little delays during layout process. I'm not sure exactly. We'll see. Yeah, this is coming very soon, and I'm very happy with this design, and finally I can show, at least I can show you swatch, but probably tomorrow, if it will be live, I will start also posting the pictures. My pictures, I did couple on myself, and also there will be pictures from a magazine with other models and so on. Yeah, this is coming. Keep an eye on Instagram, and it will be definitely more posts about this. Staying in the designing area, in December. So this design was made, the sample, pattern and so on. Of course not last month, but way ahead. But in December I finished the sample. It will be also in Crochet Foundry, but it will be in April. And I did send the sample, and I did the actual pattern writing during December. So for my part, at this point, it's work is done. So I will be waiting for a tech editor to hear from them how it's actually pattern looking and so on. But I don't expect it very soon. So because it's for April issue, it probably will be close to March. Yeah, but sample shipped, sample received. This is very important. Yeah, pattern is done, and I did show you yarn what I was working before. It is also Cascade yarn, and it's Pandemonium, and it's very nice cotton and viscose blend. Very nice to work with. Very happy how it's turned, and the drape of the fabric, so it's great. Yes, so this part is done, and I also heard a word from the other publication. It's supposed to be so with this yarn design, and was for Crochet Foundry, and I have other design that I already, I think I talk about in November or October. I think it finished in October. Yeah, and it's supposed to be also, publication supposed to be in April, so I was expecting 2 designs published in April, but other publication sent me email that they change a little bit. So they collect designs for several issues together, and I think they look around what is best for one, for other issue, and my design was moved to publish from April to June. So it's more waiting time, and so I didn't hear from tech editor yet also, so because it's we have time to do it, but anyway, so plan for this year in April will be again Crochet Foundry issue 1 design, and for other magazine it will be in June. We'll see. I hope it's no more changes will be done for this part. Okay, so what next? What actually I have done during December? Last month I showed you that I made socks and gloves. These socks and these fingerless gloves or mittens. And I had a little bit yarn left from this set, so it was a set of small skeins, I think 6 skeins, 20 gram each, so total 120. And I used 4 colors for socks, 1, 2, 3, 5 colors for gloves, and I had little bit yarn left, and I decided to use it almost up to the last inch. If you follow me for a while, you know I like this way, so to create something and use the yarn as much as I can. And I made little headband. You can call it probably this way. So this is, but not a headband to cover your ears and keep you warm, but more like a accessory for just fun. So this is how this piece looks like. So stripe with little decreasing parts on both ends, and I cord as a tie, and you can wear it this way. If you have enough yarn to make these ties long enough, you can also place this tie like on top and make a bow here. But yeah, this is how it's look like on a head. And you can see this is few colors what I have left. So this is the basically six little skein in light yellow. Then I added 2 colors that was left from other pieces, And also because I didn't know how long I will be able to make this piece, I started with a provisional cast on, make a straight part, and then when I finish straight part, I pick up stitches, open this stitches from provisional cast on, and on the other side, so already had light stitches, and start decreasing at the same time both ends, and then made I-cord and little tiny pieces of other color, here in blue and here in pink. So you can see this is all the colors that I have left getting together. Also, I was looking, maybe we can make it like a bracelet or cuff, whatever you call it, this way. Yeah, just little fun piece. Let me know if you want actual pattern for this, but it probably will be more like a suggestion in two others, like in sock pattern and in glove pattern. Will be like, if you have yarn left, you can make this and basically use this stitch pattern. It is the same stitch pattern as I used here and here on socks here. So, and I was kind of optimistic about myself that I will finish actually pattern writing during December, but it didn't happen. So I need to check some numbers, because I want to do in several sizes for socks and for gloves, and I need to check some numbers, how I divide them between sizes. So it's not happened yet, but next week kids going back to school finally, so I will be finishing 2 patterns, and my goal is to open test knit first with socks, and then probably about a week later with gloves. So I have 2 different starts and 2 different finishes, so it's not but I will be as I will be opening test knit for socks, I will be also saying to people that if you want to doing gloves with the same stitch pattern and so on, I will be next test will come, so people can plan if they want to do it's like a set. So probably what days we have here, probably week of the 13th, the January 13th, it will be starting point for the test knit for socks, and week of the 20th it will be starting point for test for gloves. So stay tuned for more exact days, and as I'm putting together all the numbers, and also actually to check some numbers and the flow of stitch pattern in different size for socks. I made one more pair It's in Christmas colors, Christmas yarn, sock yarn. I made one for myself, probably it for myself. And this is size, men's size. So you can see they look a little bit different. Bigger and longer. And yeah, also I did a little bit, not different, but so I was thinking here on the toe, when you write the pattern, so if you work here stitch pattern, I don't want to actually write row by row stitch pattern here during decreases in a pattern, because if you do different lengths of the sock, this row by row will be different for you. So that's why I decided, so it will be actually rib on the toe, 2x2 rib, like here, ribbing, and here I also have in the middle 2x2 rib, and on the toe you can make a 2x2 rib, or if you know how to continue your stitch pattern during decreases part, you can work your actual stitch pattern continuing here. You can see the difference here. Here is just rib, and here I finished with stitch pattern. So my plan is to write it like continue in, follow the stitch pattern, or work, because this is working around, and I can write one row in 2x2 rib, and then write it like work as stitches appear. So what does mean? If you see knit stitch, you work a knit stitch. If you see purl stitch, you will be purling. So two ways to continue this little part of your sock. And the heel is after throat heel, and it is in different stitch pattern, because the back of the sock and the bottom is different in comparison to front. Yeah, this is the plan to finish the actual pattern writing for the socks, and then gloves or mitts, and then start working the test. Okay, what's next? Let's move this. I don't need this. This is, I think, it's done about designing any publication and so on. So now we'll be switching to more crafting and some of the finished project of the month of December as I work through. And so I talked about last month that indie gift along started back in November, and it was, well, it's going on through the whole this December. The last day was December 31st. The same was for fast and off yarn along, so it was continued through whole December. And what I have done during these events, so I already show you the beginning of one of the piece last time. It was on my hook, starting of, let me check exact name so I'm not messing up. It's a Ozze bandana by Andrea Creto, and this is how the finished actual bandana looks like. Little ties here, and it is Tunisian crochet, and it's more like a lace pattern. If you look through the light, you'll see some like a diamond shape design. So you can wear it like a, oh, I have my hair's up. Okay, you can wear it like a bandana, like so, or probably what I will be doing, you can wear it like a cowl, small cowl. This is more like a my idea of wearing this small piece. Yeah, this was my second Tunisian crochet project. The first one I showed you last time was the coaster, citrus slice coaster. It's by the same designer, Andrea Creto. She's Yarn Andy on social media, blog post, and so on. And I did a second one for myself. This was taken by my husband, so I made for myself for the office, and I did little different here in the video description. Andrea shows that you can carry the yarn from the center to the outside part. So this is the front, yeah, but she's carrying the yarn, and I don't like this stretch over the white, so I just cut it here, the white, and joined here a new piece. So I don't like here the, even it's wrong side I mean, but anyway. This is the front, this is the back. Here, this is the front, and this is the back. Yeah, so this was my dive into Tunisian, and I start practicing more. So I looked in my books what I have already, and sorry, and start doing some practice piece of different stitch pattern in Tunisian. Some simple stitch, Tunisian knit stitch, purl stitch, and some other. Here's kind of like a rib. I have no idea what this what is this, and some kind of lacy parts. And then I looked at the library for the different books. Maybe it will be more more stitch patterns, and I did found let me see. Okay, I did found this book. It is the complete photo guide to crochet, and it's a second edition by Margaret Hubert. And so it's not only about Tunisian, but about different stitches, just normal crochet. And I pretty so this, I have several stitch dictionaries in knitting and crocheting, and I like this book. So here the sample, you can see pretty good picture of the swatch, you can see description, and you can see a chart, and it's yeah, good quality picture of the swatch, and everything on one side. Here's a, if it's a big description, you can see one swatch and written instruction here. So pretty nice book. So if you're looking for something just about crocheting, stitch pattern, crochet, so you can look in this book. Some of stitch motifs and so on. So and I did practice some stitches in Tunisian, and then I was also looking in this book and found here very interesting. It is called here in the book intermeshing crochet. So basically you have two meshes in two colors, two contrasting colors, and then you connect them together. And I made a little, like a, you can use it like a pot holder or something. So you can see two colors, you work, this is the top, this is the bottom, yeah. You work one color, so basically your one row is like a two rows, one row of each color. So you work one row in color A, then do not turn your work and work second color, and then you turn your work and then start working again color A, and then from the same side color B, and only then turn your work and continue. And as you work, so you will be some of the stitches working from like a behind, some are working in the front, so that's how they connect between each other. And then I start, so here in the book it's like a description of this technique and a couple suggestions. One is a bag, also a scarf, and blanket. So, and then I was start looking more about this type of project, what you can do and how different you can make actually the pattern of these squares. Like here is a square over square, and I found that other places call it, here is it's intermeshing, and other places it's called like interlocking. So, and I found some some videos on YouTube about interlocking crochet. So if you wanna look something like this, and yeah, check interlocking, I think you can find more project and more description about interlocking than intermeshing crochet. So this is new technique. It was interesting to explore and how it works and how they're putting together two different fabrics basically. there is no actual kind of pattern of this dishcloth in this book, just description of the technique, but there is a pattern of back here. But on Ravelry you can find sorry, you can find this kind of square in like a pattern. Okay, this was my diving in again in different technique. And I didn't stop learning new things at this point, and I also browse some of the patterns during indie gift along. Oh, sorry. Too much talking. And found interesting for me at the it was actually funny. I think in November, beginning of November, I was filling questionnaire for the magazine. It's they do blog post for each issue. It's a Crochet Foundry that I'm talking about. So for when they publishing each issue, they also do blog post about designers and designs that are in each issue. So, and one of the several questions, this is like an interview, was if you want to learn something or you looking forward to yeah, what was exactly yeah, is there anything you'd like to learn how to make? And back in the beginning of the November, my answer was no. I don't. Maybe I do want to learn something, but not at this point, because it's not that I know everything. It's not this way, but more like if then I see something interesting that I'm like, I don't know how this works, and then I will be diving in and learn actual something. And this was more about technique for me. And then when Indie Gift Along a Fasten Off Yarn Novel came, and I started digging through the pattern from different designers, and I was looking again through the Tunisian, and then I found also mosaic crochet, and then Tunisian mosaic. So I was and this interlocking, and I was like, my end of November through December was more about learning actually some different techniques and exploring different stitches. So 2 months ago I didn't know that I will be doing this, but something caught my eye, and I decided this is interesting for me right now. I'll be doing this right now. So more about crochet mosaic. So I love knitting mosaic stitch patterns, and I have also one design in mosaic. amazing cowl. And this is crochet, and this is exact piece was by, let me check the name, Elimi Design. She does some, I think it was kind of like a crochet along part, or so I think, so if you continue to this like a one stitch pattern, repeat in this way, and if you continue to do this, pumpkins will be, one is looking up, one is looking down, like one up, one down. And you can make like a blankets, and I think she has several this kind of stripes that you can connect in big pieces. But yeah, I was looking more into the technique, how it actually works, how stitches appears in front and the back. So this is the back of this, so it's more like a look like a stripe. And if you look on the side, you can kind of see the silhouette of the pumpkin. But yeah, yeah, very interesting. So how you work stitches again behind or in front of the stitches to create visibly more one color or second color. Interesting. I'm not sure that I will be doing right now something big in this, but yeah, I will definitely look into this, how I can create the same stitch patterns that I have in my design and knit design. Amazing cowl. So if I can work in this as a crochet design, we'll see. And staying on the mosaic part, this is Tunisian crochet mosaic. This is also fun. This is the back side, this is the front side, and this square is the same Andrea as Yarn Andy. She has many Tunisian crochet designs. Yeah, this was also interesting to work and to see how you work again each of the color in front or in the back. And because it's this, I use the same yarn as this coaster. I decided to finish the border the same, almost the same way as here on the coaster. Just added extra crab stitch, just because I have some yarn left here. Yeah. What was the front? I mean, top and back. Anyway, yeah. So it's more like a stitch by stitch for me. It's not. I can read the fabric, especially. I think also this was a chart, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, so to wrap around my head about how I can change something that will create different position of these colors, I need to actually work a couple things before I start doing without other chart or description. So need to so it's like you learn the technique, but you follow the direction, and first you need to start feeling this technique that you can start creating something on your own. So this is how it works for me actually sometimes. But anyway, this was the Tunisian mosaic. And so because I continue to diving more and more in Tunisian crochet, I got the new book. Oh, about also this between mosaic and my practice piece. I didn't like the sides as I was working my first few stitches. I didn't like the sides of the fabric. And then when I worked mosaic, I finally, so it clicked for me. I was doing wrong the last stitch. I needed to do it a little bit further down to pick up these two loops and not the top parts that I was picking when I was doing this. So actually this part helped me understand what is actually the last stitch on here. And here you can see the more straight, this is wrong side. Here are both sides more straight and better looking than here at the bottom, all this wavy. And so anyway, I got the new book, and this is just Tunisian crochet dictionary. So I think it's like 150 stitches, yeah. And the book is by Anna Nikipirovich, I think, if I'm reading it correctly. Pretty nice. Again, this is here, for example. Here is the picture of the swatch, description, chart, and I'm not sure that I will do the breaking charts by the rows, but so here's a written description. This is the part of the chart. Then we'll continue with written description. This is next row of the chart, and so on. And this is like a actual full chart. So basically on the chart they show which row you're working on here. Probably it's a good starting point when you work this kind of stitches, and you need to understand what is the written part and how it's looking on the chart. But I'm not sure that I will be doing this kind of breaking the chart in several charts through the whole book. But it's my point. Yeah. But yeah, pretty good number of different stitch patterns, kind of some of the lacy, some of the cable, some use a few colors, like here for example, and so here are cables and so on, puff stitches, some other like bubbles also and so on. This is actually puff. Here's the bubble, and yeah, and I think at the end also they have all the stitches, description and how it works. But I did just yesterday checked a couple stitch patterns, so, and I did needed a video tutorial for one of the, I didn't understand what was different between simple and twisted, how it's written. I didn't understand that you need to go with a hook from different side and pick up like with the actual part of the hook. I didn't find this clearly in this description. I was looking video tutorials from other people, how they're doing, and then okay, this is the way. But anyway, so many different stitch patterns, so interesting if you want to try. And so this is, I'm working right now, like very nice, I think it's called Smoke, and this was some seed stitch, I think, and here come couple clusters like a V stitch and so on. Keep working. Just practicing, and tricky last stitch of this Tunisian, because you need to pick up kinda on the side of the previous row. Yeah, and very interesting, at least for me right now, to explore this and see what will come out of this. So let me check my list that I did go through all of the parts. Okay. I think, oh yeah, I forgot about also during fast and off yarn along, I did ask me anything kind of live chat on Instagram. If you watch it, or I don't know, I think you can find recording on the fast and off yarn along Instagram directly their account. And I linked it to my highlight stories. I think it's in about me section. Because this chat doesn't have recording of it on YouTube, so it's only on Instagram. My live chat usually I do on Instagram, and then double placed in on YouTube. So it was fun to interact, and Joanne was great host. She asked me, we talked about designing and some of my process and so on. Great way to talk, not just about specifics, but just to share what I working and so, and just very nice. So because it was for the fast and off yarn along, we covered this part, and yeah, great chat. You can find if you want to rewatch it. What else? I think all my small projects I show you. Just a few things that I did. It's not a fiber art, but one is kind of fiber art. I really do this, but sometimes I find a few cross-stitch things. And this I was using, it was a kit, wooden, I think it's like a plywood base, and with lots of holes, and you do a cross stitch here over the wooden place. I like the cross stitch part, but my French knots not so good. I need more practice. I think it's because it's a wood, you can kind of bend the place to wrap around your floss to create these knots nice and neat. But anyway, this is like a Christmas tree ornament. And one more project. This is hanging here. I went to it was not a class, but it's in a place where usually classes, they're doing classes, but this was like a you can stop by and choose a picture what you want to paint, and they have a little directions and some sample what you can do. And I chose to do a snowman and paint a snowman. We don't have much snow here in North Carolina, so at least in Charlotte area. But here, a little bit wintry scenery. Okay, I think that's it about December. So main points. Tomorrow design rolling waves skirt is coming in Crochet Foundry. I will be sharing more about it. And what else? Test knits are coming not next week, week after this, for the socks, and later on for the mittens. So stay tuned for this info. And if you want to participate in test knit, so get ready your fingering weight sock yarn for the socks, and leftovers basically from the socks will be if you decide to go with the mittens or not. Okay, next time will be in February, beginning of the February. If you have any questions, you know the place. Recording will be as usually available here on Instagram and later on YouTube. And all the patterns and all my projects you can look on Ravelry, all the projects actually, yeah, and all patterns also you can find on Payhip. Okay, that's it for today. See you next time. And I don't see any comments. See you next time. Bye.